Philadelphia.
Here's the first pitch to him. On the ground to third. Throws in time, and that's out number one.
Batting second, the second baseman, Brad Miller.
Now at the plate, Brad Miller. Head-to-head numbers against Zach Davies. He's got 5 base hits in 18 at-bats. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. Davies has compiled over 600 innings of work in his major league career and posts a respectable ERA in the high 3s. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Davies is what you may call a stingy starting pitcher. He rarely gets hit around, and on top of that, he usually excels at limiting free passes. A great combination to have.
Matty V, I think one of the keys to being a good starting pitcher, 1, limiting the number of pitches that you throw into a game, and 2, getting outs as quickly as you can. And there aren't too many guys that do it better than this guy. Not a lot of pitches. One of the things I like, he's in attack mode from the first pitch of every at-bat.
Hit in the air down the right field line, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Sent on the ground out to second. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. Brandon Kinsler, the Nevada-born starter, will get the call in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
And that's in there. Base hit. He's around first, heading for 2. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
Batting second, the right fielder, Jason.
Here's Jason Hayward now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. The 0-1 delivery. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. And facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Hayward brings in a batting average resting just under .320, and a look to inch closer to that mark with a base hit here.
You want to talk about having a career season, Matty. This guy's batting average is through the roof, one of the best in the business, and maybe more importantly, his OPS is through the roof as well, which means he's doing it with damage.
And this is run down out there in right center as the runner tags from second.
Batting third, the center fielder, Ian.
Ready now, Ian Happ. First trip to the plate for him in this one, and it's a good RBI spot, too. Leadoff man at third with 1 down. Line fouled off to the left and a few rows back. Duffy takes his lead at third with 1 away. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1.
Runner on third, sac fly situation, right? 2 pitchers down. Really good job of patience, trying to get a pitch that he can lift into the air to drive that runner home.
On to first, and there were 2 down.
Batting fourth.
So in now for Chicago, Anthony Rizzo, looking to stay hot. He's been a real threat at the plate the last week or so. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. An inning in the books, scoreless on MLB Network. Second inning set to go, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, JT Realmuto. And he had to be looking for something else to start the at-bat. It's 0-1. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty B, we're looking at a team right now. They're just playing some average baseball through 4 games of this homestand. They split it 2-2, D-Row, and I think they expect a little bit more.
Yeah, and you don't want to be playing average baseball in front of your home fans. They need to find a way to win this game and try and take 3 out of the first 5 at his homestand.
And there are our umpires. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Earl Hendricks.
Hey, you know, D-Row, the book kind of on Earl Hendricks is he likes one side of the plate or the other. Could it be where he sets up behind the catcher?
It could be, Dan, but as a hitter, that's all you look for. I'll give you a little bit off the outside edge if you're going to be consistent with it.
Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
And he falls behind 0-2. No score here as we play inning number 2. And he fouls this one off. The 0-2 once more. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Happ is right there. And there's the second out of the inning.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 3, Bryce Harper.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up Bryce Harper. Out in front of it, strike 1. Oh, and 1 the count to Bryce Harper. Two out, nobody on. Fouled off. Hit out towards second. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. And to be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Set to deliver the 0-1. Two out with the man at first. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. 1 left for Philadelphia. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Standing in, Javier Baez, and he's looking to snap out of what's been a rather dry spell at the plate. No balls and a strike to count. 0-1 pitch on its way. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Baez will head for second. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
Jock Peterson stands in as he looks at a called strike. Lifted in the air to center. Herrera is there, and he has it for the first out. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
Batting seventh, the third baseman, David.
Stepping up now, David Bodie. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. 0-1 the count. From the belt, the pitch. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. Bottom of the second here with no score. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. That'll bring up Tony Walters. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Looks at a sinker there that drops in 1-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. And Joyce will put this one away, and the inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd, and we are tied 0-0.
Welcome back to Wrigley Field, home of the Cubs, who've proven to have one of the best pitching staffs in baseball this year. They come into this one among the league leaders in both team ERA and walks allowed, something members of the pitching staff told me they take a lot of pride in. They told me how important it is in today's game to not give up any freebies, because with so many teams and players swinging for the home run, it's absolutely crucial to avoid having guys on base if someone does connect. Now that makes perfect sense, guys, but we all know it's easier said than done, so they've got a lot to be proud of.
Thank you, Heidi.
Matt.
Here's Matt Joyce now, and you can see great numbers over the past few games. Happ patrolling center makes the play, 1 out.
Batting 9, the pitcher.
At the plate, Brandon Kinsler. First pitch on its way. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. And it's quickly 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes, so it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the 3rd.
Well, he's really locked in at this point in the game on the bump. So far this inning, 4 pitches and 2 outs. Got the first guy on 1 pitch, then absolutely dominates this at bat with a 3-pitch strikeout.
Odubel Herrera to the plate now, as he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Again, another foul ball. Third inning, no score to this point. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. Walters corrals it, and that ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3, and we are tied 0-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Zach Davies. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Below the zone, a swing and a miss.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There's just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
Softly hit toward the hole. And a good throw gets him 1 gone. So 1 away in the inning, and it's time to check out the standings in the National League East to see where the Phils find themselves entering play today. Digging in to try it again, Matt Duffy. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at-bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Heading out towards shallow right. Harper has a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Jason.
So that'll bring up Jason Hayward. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Chopped toward the second baseman. A barehanded play by Miller in time. So they breeze through this half of the inning. On now to the top of inning number 4. And we are tied 0-0. All set for the start of the inning. And that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Brad Miller. First offering on its way. Pulled toward right center field. Half is there. One pitch, one out.
Now batting, third baseman, Alex Bone.
Into the box now, Alec Bone. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Good curveball there, gets the swing and miss. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
Oh, I love watching a pitcher that can run a good hard fastball in on a guy's hands and completely lock him up. That's such a tough pitch to do anything with. If you can locate your fastball there consistently, you're going to have a lot of success as a pitcher.
At the plate now, JT Realmuto, as he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat. It's strike one. Chopper foul. Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Phillies down in order. On to the bottom of the fourth now, still with no score. Ready to go in the bottom of the fourth. And set to go as the switch-hitting outfielder, Ian Happ. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hot shot down the line. The 0-1 on its way. Pulled toward right center field. Chasing after it is Herrera. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Now batting, first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. First pitch coming, here it is. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Rizzo comes into play with a slugging percentage over .490, just shy of .500, so he's looking to inch closer to that nice plateau right here. A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo.
It's been more than 2 innings since this guy's allowed anyone to reach base. He looks pretty unbeatable on the bump right now.
Here's a drive out toward left center field. Rizzo will head for second. And he will make it there as he slides in safely with a double. Off the bat, it was pretty clear right away that that hit was going to get him at least 2 bases.
Yeah, Matt, some people like to crow about homers and powering drives, but you have to like hits like this. A no-doubt double the second it left his bat. Like you said, the only question was whether the outfielders were going to be able to keep him at second, which they did. Yeah, I think it's pretty clear they don't want to challenge this guy right here, but working around a guy can come back to bite you at times.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Into the bleachers and gone. Two runs on the board after the home run by Javi Baez. Third home run for him on the year as the Cubs are out in front now 2-0.
No surprise with that swing of the bat. This guy is simply one of the best in the game right now. There's not too many guys that take a beautiful hack like that in the league.
Now batting,
standing in now, David Bodie, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. Bodie, playing here in his age 26 season, he was taken in the 18th round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
Now here's a comebacker back to the mound. To second for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. The sights and sounds of it. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the fifth.
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point. And he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've only managed one base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. And it's fouled away. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Up with it, Walters. And the throw is in time. Gregorius is retired, and there's one away. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the fifth as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And we see there that they're currently ranked third best in that category in the NL. Bryce Harper stands in as he swings and misses for strike one. 0-1 the count to Bryce Harper. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
This is one of the things that makes him so effective as a pitcher, able to pound the zone with all different options.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. To first. Rizzo is there. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Up next for Philadelphia, the first baseman, Rhys Hoskins.
Next to bat will be Rhys Hoskins. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
No balls and 1 strike. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Hoskins, a California-born ball player. He was a 5th-round pick during the 2014 draft.
Hey, when you come out of the middle rounds, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a...
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. 5 innings have been no problem as he's got the shutout working. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Cubs 2 and the Phillies not. Striding in, Tony Walters as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th. From the stretch. Sinker on the inside, and that's a strike. Hit hard back up the middle, and a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Hey, right here, anytime the leadoff hitter gets on in front of the pitcher, it puts the defense on notice. You're going to see the third baseman creeping in. You're going to see the first baseman crashing, trying to get that out at second base. But if not, make sure of one.
On to first to complete the double play.
Oh, that's the last thing you want to happen when you're trying to bunt a guy into scoring position. He got it down, but you have to deaden the ball, too. Otherwise, these infielders just eat it up and turn it into a double play.
Matt Duffy stands in as he looks at ball 1 here.
Kind of surprised not to see a fastball on the first pitch there. The guy's probably taking at least 1 pitch to give his pitcher a chance to sit down after he already made the second out.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
That's through for a base hit, his 2nd of the ball game. So he finds the hole into left to pick up his 2nd base hit of the afternoon. And as we pull up our Cubs leaderboard, you can see he ranks 2nd on the team in that category. Ready to deliver, here's the first pitch. Jason Hayward is at the plate as he watches ball 1. The 1-0. Lined into right, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, guys, I like the execution by the batter there. He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come unglued, but he didn't. He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
And that's cut on and missed 0-1. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that's going to be off the ivy-covered wall. 1 run is scored. Here's a second runner around third. Safe at the plate as they move on top 4-0.
Well, there you go. Another hit surrendered, and I think he's just run into a wall out there on the mound. These batters aren't looking like they're getting fooled anymore.
Anthony Rizzo is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. And he takes strike 2. In the dirt. Throw goes over to third, and he nails him at third. Great throw. So 2 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and no one left. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Cubbies are in front 4-0. Standing in, Matt Joyce will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Behind 0-2 now. Popped him up. Bodie is under it near the mound. 1 away. Gene Segura will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
We take a look at the numbers up to this point. You see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. And he popped him up. Coming in is Peterson, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Hey, Dan, as a former pitcher, that knock just took him to a 12-game hit streak. Is that in the packet when you're looking over the lineup?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, D-Row. You go into a pitcher's meeting, and they'll make him fully aware of who's hot and who's not. And trust me, they knew that he had an 11-game hitting streak. And after that knock, it's an even dozen.
Hayward is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. And he's safe.
Now batting, third baseman, Alec Bohm.
Ready for another shot now, Alec Bohm. And their runners at the corners now. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Boy, the Phillies have been looking for some offense all game long. They've yet to find it. Let's hope they can find it pretty soon.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. Walters recovers, and a good throw is in time, and they escape the jam. Phillies leave a couple. They're down 4-0. Sir Anthony Dominguez enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 58.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. First delivery to him on the way. Pitch is popped up. Hoskins is calling for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The batter,
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? One pitch, one out, a pop-up to start the inning.
Javier Baez will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. This is on the ground over to first, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The left fielder, number 32.
So next to bat will be the left-handed hitting Jock Peterson. And there's a missile off the bat, but it's foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
Hey, this is an amazing inning right here. Attacking the zone, keeping his defense invested. Chance to get off the field super quick.
Fouled away. Here's another 0-2.
1-2 count.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Cubs are down in order. 7th inning ready to roll, and next will be the power hitting catcher, JT Realmuto.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Hit to third. He's right there. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Up next for Philadelphia, the shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Digging in, Didi Gregorius. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Lifted the other way to left center. Peterson has a read on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The right fielder.
Stepping in, Bryce Harper. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First offering on its way. He pulls this one into right. Hayward is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. Phillies down on just 4 pitches. They trail here 4-0. Coming to the plate now, David Bodie. 0 for 2 for him to this point.
The third baseman, David Bodie.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
No, that meant.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
No, that's it.
2-2.
This guy uses that 2-seamer to set up his other pitches. 2-seamer in, breaking ball away.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 2-2 one more time. Line towards center field. Herrera is right there, 1 down.
The batter, the catcher, Tony Walter.
In now, Tony Walters. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. This ball will be chopped foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball.
He got a mistake right there, but missed it. Can't foul that pitch off in a big spot. 0-2 count. Heater caught too much of the zone.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. And he fouls this one off. 1 out, nobody on. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out. Well, that was certainly a tough play, and worth taking another look with Show Track. Seemed to get a pretty good read off the bat, carved out a nice route, and ended up covering over 110 feet to make the play. I'm sure he's happy with himself about that one. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Zach Davies. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned a chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They lead it. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Rhys Hoskins. He went down on strikes last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Fouled off. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
In now, Matt Joyce. Rounded softly down the line toward first. But a foul ball here, 0-1. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
You see that swing right there? You know what that tells me, boys? That this pitcher is doing his job right here. But also, the offense is obviously not picking anything up today.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame.
If this doesn't boost your confidence on the mound, I'm not sure what does. That's 6 pitches and 2 strikeouts in the inning. And that was a really nice fastball for the punch out on that one.
Andrew McCutchen will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. McCutchen, or just Kutch as he's frequently referred to, he was selected in the 1st round back in 2005.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned.
Now here's a fly ball, well hit. Back goes Peterson, and bye-bye, that one's gone into the bleachers. It's a solo shot off the bat of Andrew McCutchen. 3rd home run for him on the year. As they get on the board, it's 4-1 now.
What a great feeling right there as he circles the pillows. Finally able to get this offense potentially going with 1 swing of the bat. Being shut out all game, but not anymore.
So now to the plate, Odubel Herrera. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 0-1 delivery. Two out, nobody on. Too high. 1-2. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The pitch. Line, but speared on a hop. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So it may be too little too late. Matt Moore is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 51.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And set to go is the second baseman, Matt Duffy. Here's the first pitch to him. To the left side. In there, a base hit. With that, the Cubs get their leadoff man aboard.
Man, he's seeing it like a beach ball right now. Even his soft contact is finding holes there.
He's making it nearly impossible for a pitcher right now. Up, down, in and out, hard, soft. Anything you throw forward to home plate, this guy seems to somehow be able to find a hole.
Now batting, center fielder.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. Strike one to start the at-bat. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Good arm action on the circle change, swung on and missed. 0-2.
0-2 count. You could do just about anything you want right now. Up, down, in, out, hard, soft. Good time to be a pitcher.
There's one on to first, and they get the double play.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. The inning was off to a rough start, right? But nothing changes that like a good old 2-ball. We'll see if they can strand the runner at third now.
Bouncer up the middle, gloved by Miller, and 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Cubs strand one as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Brandon Workman comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth.
Number 45.
New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Brad Miller. First pitch on its way. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Happ is there. One quick out to start inning number 9.
Now batting, third baseman, Alec Bohm.
At the plate, Alec Bohm. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2.
This offense has been underachieving all day, putting way too much pressure on their own pitching staff. Someone has to have a quality AB and get this line going.
0-2. Here it comes. High in the air out to center field. Happ is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Now batting, the catcher.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, JT Realmuto. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. And it's fouled away. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Philly down to their last strike. Now a fastball here that'll wisely lay off, and it's 1-2.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball. Not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
So the home crowd will have a pleasant drive home afterwards as their guys have taken the first 2 of this 3-game series. A win tomorrow, and they can break out the brooms.
And the score.